Round one, fight! Sink! Shin! Shoryuken!
So I'm sure some of you guys out there have come across these like sketchy Christian pastors that are trying to get a bunch of money from people and clearly scamming.
The spirit of autism in the child.
Well, today we're gonna look at a bunch of those. I'm actually a Christian myself, so I'm saying, hey, we ain't like this, and this is stupid and terrible. Let's go ahead and look at the first one.
I had just finished, me and Creflo Dollar were preaching. Had a glorious meeting. So I was, for lack of a better way to say it, I was spiritually high. I said, people were saved, touched, and blessed. Got in the plane that God so graciously gave us. We're flying home.
So this guy's telling the story about what happened on his private plane and just talks about, oh yeah, I'm so gloriously blessed by this plane. Just want you to know, this private plane you guys got me, gloriously blessed by it. But I just want to tell you a little story that happened on the plane. Sounds pretty interesting, right? Let's see what that story is all about.
As I was going home, the Lord, real quickly, he said, Jesse, do you like your plane? Now, you know, I thought that's an odd statement. I said, well, certainly, Lord. He said, do you really like it? And I thought, well, yes, Lord. Then he said this, so that's it? I didn't know how to handle it. I went, what? He said, you're going to let your faith stagnate?
So you're saying that God asked you if you liked your plane, and when you said yes, he's like, you don't have enough faith to believe that I could give you a better plane?
And when he said that, that shocked me. I went, whoa, wait. I literally unbuckled my seatbelt, my plane, I stood up.
I got so shocked by that, I had to take my seatbelt off, I had to stand up, I had to talk to God. I was so shocked.
Whoa.
You couldn't have done that on an airliner.
No, sir, no way.
Stand up and say, what'd you say, Lord?
No.
Okay, no, yeah. And the guy sitting over there saying, what the does he think he's doing? You can't do that.
You can't do that.
No, no.
Oh, that makes sense. You can't talk to God on an airliner. There's people around, they'll see you praying. You can't pray in public? That's illegal. And not only that, do you think God is in an airliner? Sure, we as Christians, we believe God is omnipresent, he's everywhere. But there's one place that God isn't. Airlines. You know what I'm talking about. There is no God.
The world is in such a shape, we can't get there without this.
That's right.
We've got to have this. We would have... The mess that the airlines are in today, I would have to stop. I'm being very conservative. At least 75 to 80, more like 90% of what we're doing, because you can't get there from here.
It's impossible. It's impossible.
Oh yeah, of course. You know all those places in the world where you literally, it's impossible to go there unless you have a private jet? Go ahead, name them all.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer. Every night, I can feel my leg.
Trump's house.
Now, Oral used to fly airlines,
Right.
but even back there then, man, it got to the place where it was agitating his spirit, people coming up to him. He had become famous, and they wanting him to pray for him and all that. You can't manage that today.
I love how this guy acts like it's the worst thing on the planet to have random people come up and ask you to pray for them. Isn't that your job? Isn't that what you're supposed to be saying, that you're loving? Like you became a pastor because you're, you know, spiritually walking with God and you want to be able to help people, but then people actually who need help coming up to you, you're like, get away, get away. And if someone's just coming to ask you to pray for them, that's not a big deal at all. That's like super short, super easy, and you can just show that you care about that person, and honestly, it can grow your faith in the Lord. But of course, they don't care about that because they don't actually care about Christianity whatsoever. Oh, this is so bad. It's just so bad.
You can't manage that today.
Right.
This dope-filled world,
Right.
and get in a long tube with a bunch of demons.
Right. That's exactly the
And
truth.
it's deadly.
And he works on you hard. It really does.
This dope... So this dope-filled world created a long tube with a bunch of demons in it, aka a commercial airline, aka the demons are actually the other people on the flight? What is this? I just want you all to know that I love the support, I love that you guys are giving me money, and I just preaching to you and I care about you, but if you ride on commercial airlines, you're a bunch of demons. I don't know what else to tell you.
I wanted to make that clear so the devil can't lie to you and say, see there, them preachers spending all that money, just fat cats riding around. No, we're not. We're in business to do. Listen, I could scratch my flying itch with my little single engine open cockpit airplane.
Before we get too far into this, I just want to make sure you guys understand. We're not just spending all this money and being really selfish. If I wanted to get rid of my flying itch, I would just fly my own personal private plane besides this private plane to go places. It's not that we care about money at all, because I have multiple private planes. I don't care about money. Isn't that clear now?
Right.
I just come home and fly around in that and scratch my flying itch. That doesn't have nothing to do with that. But
Right.
we're in soul business here.
Right.
We got a dying world around us, Jesse. We got a dying nation around us.
That's right.
We're in soul business here with a dying world around us. But don't come up to ask for prayer. No, no, no. That means you're a demon.
You can't stay here.
Yeah.
You gotta do this or you're gonna do this.
All right, so I'm just going to stop looking at these like pastors right now, and we're going to jump to somebody else. We're going to jump to Bob Larson. Now, if you've never heard of Bob Larson, we're in for a real treat. And I just have to say another thing before we watch this. The reason why I'm able to joke about it is because this is all completely ridiculous, everything that's being said. And so it's not real whatsoever. That's why I have the ability to just kind of joke around and make fun of this. Let's just watch this guy as he casts out demons, because it's the most ridiculous thing I have ever seen. Oh, and before I forget, the first part of this video I'm going to show, I did not do any editing. This is how they edited it. And just let that speak to you, that he purposely edited this video like this. So just right off the bat, this editing is like what I would do if I was going to make a parody of this. If I was going to make a parody of a TV preacher who just scams people, especially when we're talking about like exorcism and stuff, this video is exactly what I would have made. Like, it's just perfect. It is the perfect parody of itself, except it's not a parody, and it's serious, and you're supposed to take it seriously. If that doesn't give you an idea of what this whole thing's going to be like and how fake this is going to be, I don't know what is.
What a sight. Get a shot of this. This is, whew, what a sight. Hallelujah. And it's mostly women.
What a sight. Look at that. We got women here. See that? I'm progressive. I'm progressive. We got women. But I think one of the things I just love about this video is, like, he's supposed to be trying to get this demon out, and it's like this serious thing, but he's also holding a mic and just holding it to him over and back and forth. Like, can you just imagine that? This guy has a demon in him and you're trying to get it out of him, and you're just holding a mic and make sure, like, oh, we got to get this on recording. Yeah, go ahead, talk. Demon? Yep. Demon. What do you have to say? You have the mic now. It's so ridiculous.
Who is the strong man and the chief spirit? We demand your name. Who is it?
No.
See, we command you.
It's so funny to me because Bob Larson in this always looks like a TV host. He clearly looks like he knows everything that's about to happen, what's going on, and he looks like he's just putting on a show. He literally reminds me of Bob from Price is Right, the way he just looks and the way he holds the mic. It just looks like he's hosting a TV show. Another reason to show, this is really fake.
Come on, say pit.
Pit. Oh no! Women! My worst nightmare! Oh!
You'll read my book later and you'll see why I'm asking this. Who was the true wife of Adam?
Honey! No, it was Eve, all right.
The one thing Lilith never wants to confess. You can read about it in my book.
If you want to learn how to cast out demons, read my book. Don't read the Bible. Don't worry about that. Now listen, I know that everything I'm doing right now, none of this is in the Bible about casting out demons. Every time in the Bible it talks about casting out a demon, it's just literally someone being like, hey, you, get out. But in this, it's like hitting them with Bibles and hitting them with crosses, and you just beat the crap out of the person with all these biblical things, and then a demon falls out, I guess. I don't understand what's happening.
I think this is so cool. It's a bunch of women coming after this spirit of Lilith and Jezebel. Hallelujah.
Again, he just talks about how it's a bunch of women coming after him. I feel like he's low-key sexist. It's just like, oh wow, a bunch of women are gonna do a man's job. Look at this, guys. This is so cool. Look. Normally a man would do this because we're big and strong and tough and we can take on anything, but women are doing it. Wow. Look at that, guys.
Do you have any more legal authority?
No.
Say, I, Lilith.
I, Lilith.
Bound Moloch.
Bound Moloch.
Lift this curse.
Lift this curse.
Let me just read this for a second, guys. With legal rights removed, Bob can now force Lilith and the bound demons to lift the curse and receive judgment. What? This is literally just like, well, demons, I don't know what to say, but you legally have to leave now. I mean, I guess in school, it's if the teacher doesn't show up for 15 minutes, you're legally allowed to leave. For demons, it's if Bob Larson shows up, you legally have to leave.
I bind the spirit of Jezebel and his wife, and the spirit of autism in the child. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying all autism is demonic, but we really think this one is.
The spirit of autism in his child. So he's claiming to cast the demon of autism out of his child. As if our world's view of mental health isn't bad enough. Let's go ahead and just make autism a demon. That is so incredibly stupid and ignorant. That's just completely putting this black plague thing on mental illnesses. And some autism isn't even mental illness, it's just like a light thing, because there's, you know, a spectrum of autism, and some people it's just like a different way of thinking. Other people have it more severe, but a lot of times they just think differently too. So, I mean, it's ridiculous to just be like, it's demon possession. You think differently than me, or you have a mental illness? Demon possession.
The spirit of autism in the child. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying all autism is demonic.
Now, I'm not saying that all autism is from demons. I'm not, because I gotta cover my butt legally. But this one is. I'm pretty sure.
Can
we see that again? At this point, I'm just loving this video. I just love to see this guy get hit by a Bible and just.
We take our crosses and we smite you.
I love what it says below, too. You may have a demon. Find out now. Go to www.demontest.com today. So I actually went to that website because I wanted to take the test to see if it was going to say if I had a demon or not, but you have to pay $10, so I didn't do it. But hey, I'd love to hear from you guys. Would it be worth me spending $10 to take a demon test and make a video about me taking this demon test and finding out if I have demons? What do you guys think about that? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe, ring that bell, share this with all your friends because sharing is caring. But also, follow me on Twitter.